If you have been using Claude recently, there is an important update you should know about. Anthropic just started adding invisible watermarks to text generated by its models. And whether you are using Claude on the web through their APIs or their coding tools, it's turned on globally by default. There is no hidden characters or weird formatting tricks here. Instead, Anthropic is using a clever probability method called statistical token watermarking. In this video, let's break down why Anthropic did this, how this method actually works, why a lot of developers and writers are unhappy about it, and how easily this watermark can be bypassed. So first understand why this is happening now. This comes due to a new regulation in Europe, specifically Article 50 of the Europe AI Act. Under this act, companies providing generative AI have to make sure machine-generated text and media can be detected in a machine-readable format. So why does this affect even people outside Europe? From an engineering point of view, Anthropic cannot split their model weights by country without doubling their infrastructure cost. So they have done that for everyone. If you are using Claude Sonnet 3.5, Opus or any other new model released after August 2026, your outputs automatically include the watermark. So let's think about it. How do you watermark plain text without changing how it reads? Most people think of zero width Unicode spaces or hidden markdown comments. But those are useless because you could delete them with one line script. Anthropic's method is much smarter. It works directly on word choice probability. So let's think about how large language models generate text. Basically, they predict the next word. So when they are predicting the next word, they often have a choice of words they need to pick. For example, if I have a sentence, the engineer built a dash application. In the dash, I can fill multiple words: fast, quick, rapid, swift. So these words are choices for LLM. LLM can choose one word and complete the sentence. If a human writes the same sentence, the word choices are naturally balanced. Words are distributed evenly across vocabulary. So Anthropic uses a smart, secret mathematical key that splits the vocabulary into green list and red list. Whenever Claude picks between synonyms, it secretly favors words from green list about 85% of the time. So if we have a single sentence, you will never notice, you will never be able to detect that Claude has written the text. But if you have more than 200 words or 100 or 200 words, then Claude models can identify whether most of the words occurring in that sentences are from the green list or not. That is how Claude can identify whether the text is generated using AI or human has written it. So according to me, I think this is not a very big problem because I have seen many articles, many people, Reddit posts, even LinkedIn posts, people are writing AI slop everywhere now. So with this change, at least you can identify whether that article is written by AI or not. But I can see that there are a lot of developers and writers on Reddit and Twitter frustrated with this change. There are three real major concerns here. Say you have written a 10-page pager by yourself and you ask Claude to format it, or maybe you have asked it to correct some typos or grammar. In this case also, Claude can put all the green list words and make that AI generated content. And in this case, if you have submitted that assignment, your professors can say that this is generated by Claude, not by you. So this is one major problem, right? Where you can, even if you want to use Claude for some formatting text or typos, that can become a problem and that can put your entire work as AI generated work. And the second problem is even people using it for coding, there also I think it will use watermark text. It would be really interesting to see how Anthropic will put watermarking on code, because code is not a sentence, right? There is no green list, there is no vocabulary here. There is no green list or red list here. So it would be really interesting to understand how watermark works on coding. But as a developer, I'm not really concerned about it if my company asks me to check whether how much percentage of the project is written by AI. I think it would be more than 80-90%. So that apart from that, I think I don't see any concern or any problem with watermarking as of now. So think about it. Once you have this watermarking in place, Google or any other AI marking tools can identify whether that articles are AI generated slop or it is genuinely written by humans. So it can basically show you a better search results, as well as instead of showing that an AI slop content. So that I think is one of the good things about this. At least we should have some differentiation where someone is using AI versus someone not using AI and genuinely writing some articles, some essays, or even code. So I think that would be a welcome change for me. But I can see some loopholes in this, right? While traditional text watermarks survive standard copy pasting, they are extremely fragile against even the minor transformations. So basically, bypassing this is very easy. I can go to Google and put the text and ask it to translate from English to Spanish and back from Spanish to English. I think that will reset the token distribution. And the second method is I can take the same text, put it against another AI model and ask it to rephrase it. I think that also will remove the watermarking from Claude. So the problem here is people that are going to spam can bypass this watermark very easily, and the people who are just doing copy pasting and regular activities, they are the ones who will get detected easily. To put this in perspective, Anthropic is the first major lab to turn the text watermarking globally by default. So Google is using SynthID for text, audio, and images. OpenAI has tested text watermarking internally, but it has not released publicly yet for ChatGPT. Open source models like Kimi and Llama obviously don't have any watermarks at all. So what is the takeaway? Watermarking is likely to stay here because of global regulations. But as detectors roll out, tools to bypass them will keep evolving right alongside them. What do you think about this? Do you think AI companies should watermark their outputs, or does it create a problem for normal users? Let me know in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, consider hitting the like button and subscribe, and catch you in the next video.